Hello my beloved scholars, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at how to divide whole numbers and decimals by powers of 10. What do we mean by powers of 10? We mean numbers like 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Those are powers of 10. When you get further up in the advanced classes, you'll do more in-depth study in powers and what it means. For now, just understand that by powers of 10, we mean 10, 100, 1,000, and numbers like those. So when we're dividing a whole number by a power of 10, we actually are going to start at the end of the whole number and move to the left. How many places to the left depends on which power of 10 you're dividing by. If you're dividing by 10, you're going to move one place to the left. Now remember, there's an imaginary decimal point at the end of every whole number, because this whole number could actually be written as 6.0, right? So we're actually moving from that imaginary decimal point to the left. We're dividing, so we're going to the left. If we were multiplying, we would go to the right. And since it's 10 we're dividing by, we're only moving one place. If we're dividing by 100, 100 has 2 zeros, so that tells us we would be moving 2 places to the left. If we were dividing by 1,000, from the end of the number we would move 3 places to the left. 1,000 has 3 zeros, so that's the clue. Just look which power of 10 you're dealing with, and that will tell you how many places to the left you're going to move that imaginary decimal point when you're dealing with whole numbers. So 6 divided by 10, so we're going to move from here to the left, so that decimal point now is actually going to be behind the 6. Some people say behind, some say in front. It's to the left of the 6 to avoid confusion, right? Because some people would say this is in front of the 6, some will say no, that's behind the 6. Just know it's to the left of the 6. So that will be 0.6. Some teachers will accept this, other teachers would want you to fill in a 0. You know, when you're writing decimals and there are no whole numbers there, most teachers would prefer if you put that 0 there to hold the place of the whole number. But if you wrote 0.6, you would not be incorrect. Okay? So now we're dividing 50 by 10. Again, we start from the end and we're moving one place. So we're moving one place. It's going to take it here. So that's going to be 5.0. Remember we said 5.0 is just 5. So 50 divided by 10 is 5. 268 divided by 10. Again, we're going to move one place to the left. So we go one place. It's going to end up here between the 6 and the 8. So that's 26.8. 268 divided by 10 gives us 26.8. Now we're dividing by 100, so we know that means we're going to move 2 places to the left. Starting here, so that's 1, 2. It's going to end up now between the 9 and the 1. So that's 9.16. So 916 divided by 100 gives 9.16. 5,871 divided by 100. We're starting here, we're moving 1, 2 places. It's going to take it between the 8 and the 7. So that's 58.71. 5,871 divided by 100 gives 58.71. 21,481 divided by 100. So let's move 2 places. It's going to now be here. So that's 214.81. 5,046 divided by 1,000. So we're dividing by 1,000. How many zeros does 1,000 have? 3. So we're going to be moving 3 places to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. Right here. So it will become 5.046. 5,046 divided by 1,000 gives us 5.046. 2 divided by 1,000. Can you divide 2 by 1,000? Yes, you can. You're going to end up with a decimal. So we start at the end. We're going to move 3 places. 1, 2, 3. But there's nothing here in front of the 2. So what are we going to do? We're going to go for our friends, the zeros, who are always bailing us out, helping us out to hold the places. We're going to go for our friends, the zeros, to hold these 2 places. So it's actually going to be 0.002. And you know, we love to put another 0 to hold the place of the whole number because there's now no whole number there. We started with a whole number 2, but because we're dividing by such a big number, 1,000, we are ending up with a decimal. And so we need to put that 0 there to show that there is no whole number. We understand that there is no whole number. This is a decimal. 16 divided by 1,000, so that's 1, 2, 3 places. Again, we go for our friend, the 0, because we need someone to hold this place. We can't just write 0.16, that would be a totally different number. It's actually 0.016. A completely different number, a much smaller number by far than 0.16. So the zeros are very important, especially here when we're dividing by powers of 10. You must understand the significance of your zeros as placeholders. They're always coming in handy, but especially in division of decimals, we see them in action, right? So now we're dividing actual decimals. We're starting out with decimals. Here we were starting out with whole numbers, and some of them, well, all of them most of them ended up as decimals, because we were dividing them by some big powers, so they transcended from the whole number to decimals. Here we're actually starting with decimals, and we're dividing, so they're all going to still be decimals, because we're going further and further to the left. We're dividing. So we're starting at the decimal point. We're dividing 0.9 by 10. We start here and we move 1 place to the left. So now the decimal point is going to be here. You know what some students do? They move the decimal point to here and then they still leave this one. I've seen students write 2 decimal points in the number. The one that they started with and then the other one. No, you're actually moving. You're shifting this one and moving it 1 place to the left. So now it's going to be 0.09, and of course we show that there is no whole number, so we're holding the space of the whole number with a 0 as a placeholder. Here we're dividing 0.14 by 10, so we move 1 place to the left. So that's going to become 0.014. 184.6 divided by 10, so we move 1 place. It's going to fall right here. 18.46. So of course you're dividing, so the numbers are becoming less. We're splitting them up, right? Splitting them up into 10 equal parts. So they are going to be less than what we started with. 2.91 divided by 100, so 2 places, we'll take it here. So we need our friend, the 0, to come and hold this space. Okay, so we're going to have 0.0291. We're always calling our friends the zeros. They are very helpful to us. One of these days we must have a party for the zeros to celebrate them. Now we're dividing 36.5 by 100, so let's move 2 places. 1, 2. Okay, 2 places to the left is going to take us here. So we're going to fill a 0 to show there's no whole number now, no longer any whole number. So we need that 0 there, and then it's 3, 6, 5. Again, dividing by 100, so 2 places to the left. 1, 2. We need a filler here. We need a 0 here. So that's 0.013614. This has more digits than the original number that we started with, but this is the smaller number of the two. Yes, it has more digits, but look in the ones place, we have a 1. We don't have any 1 here. We have a 0 in the whole number place, in the ones place. This is a smaller number than this one. This is a smaller number than this one. This has 4 digits, but it's a smaller number than the 2.91. This is 0. If you compare the ones place, this has a 2, this has a 0. This is a smaller number, right? Alright, so now we're dividing by 1,000, so that means we're moving now 3 places. 1,000 has 3 zeros. We're moving 3 places to the left. That way, like we're hitching a ride, right? That way. So we're moving 3 places from here. 1, 2, 3. So this is where our point is going to be now. So that's 0.8234. And this is a much, much smaller number than this. This has 823 as a whole number. This has 0. No whole number. Actually, 0 is a whole number, sorry. But no digits, no ones there. Okay? So 0 is a whole number, even though here it's just acting as a placeholder. Alright, so now we're dividing by 1,000. So let's go 3 places. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be here. So that's 0.94576. And finally, we're dividing 1.803 by 1,000. So that's 1, 2, 3. We need 2 of our friends to fill the place here. So it will be 0.001803. Okay? And that's it. So to recap, by powers of 10 we mean 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, blah, blah, blah. If we are dividing by any of those, we just need to count how many zeros each of them has and move that many places to the left. That way, the left. For whole numbers, since we have an imaginary decimal point at the end of the whole number, we move from there to the left. If it means we have to fill in our friends, the zeros, we go for them. They are always willing to come, fill the place. If we started with decimals, sometimes we still need to call for them to fill the places. So They'll come, just ask them to come, move, look which power you're dividing by and move that many places. If it's 10, you move 1 place, 100, 2 places, 1,000, 3 places, and you're good to go. Okay? So if you have benefited from this video, and I trust that you have benefited, please leave a comment to say thank you, miss. Please share the video to your friends, neighbors, classmates, so they too can benefit and improve in their mathematics. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do so, and I'll see you in the next video.